I'm testing out this product called Descript. This is so cool. This is crazy. So that's crazy to me. I love that. If I can have an AI that takes all these huge clips that I'm creating and the end output is still good, man, are you kidding me? I now have 23 scenes. Whoa. I now have hundreds of scenes. I'm really terrified of what the output is still like. Video editing to me is a big pain point. In a year, this thing might be chef's kiss. Just a quick note before I get into the full review. Any resource mentioned you can find below. There will be a link in the description and in the pinned comment. You can also join our community. Look for the link below. It's built as an AI editor, so you can pull in your videos and its AI engine will turn them into shorts, do the editing, add B-roll, cut out the filler words, like when you say things like it can find that stuff and pull it all out. I've heard from various people that it's not as easy as it's made out to be. So I'm gonna test it because I have a lot of videos right now that I want to stitch together into a YouTube video. So now what I want to do is use Descript to take all those videos and turn them into one. Descript has a lot of plans. It has a free plan, but I think that's what I'm on right now. I don't know how much value is in that. Hobbyist plan doesn't look that expensive. Most people could use that if video is a big part of your workflow. It has an AI assistant called Underlord. You can talk to Underlord right in here. You can do text-based editing where you just delete editing right out of your video and it removes the words, or you can use the AI tool to do a green screen. It can help you improve or fix eye contact. I think that could be useful for me. But the video editing stuff is what I really want it for because video editing is a big pain point for me. I'm currently using DaVinci Resolve and Canva and something called Captions AI. DaVinci Resolve, for example, is really powerful, but it's still very manual. Underlord is supposed to be an AI companion while you're editing. You can just talk to it. So we're going to try that out. So I uploaded one file so far, and you can try out these popular first edits. So it would remove the background noise and enhance voices. That's cool. Add captions, add fade transitions. So I guess with one click I could add all that, but first I want to get all my other clips in here. Off the bat, I'm definitely hitting some user experience, like the UI. I haven't figured it out yet. I was just looking for how to upload more scenes or more videos. I'm going to try this. I'm struggling a little bit with the layout. Uploaded a new file and it looks like it's transcribing it. One thing I like is how it transcribes all your speech right here, so you can work directly with that. Each of these videos, by the way, was roughly between 10 and 20 minutes. So we're going to end up with an hour of footage. My goal is to contract that down to a 20-minute video for YouTube. Okay, I found the timeline. You can push this little grid button here and it'll switch to a timeline scene for each individual scene, making it much easier to navigate. 3 scenes in here out of 5 so far, and I'm getting a note up here, only 38 minutes worth of transcription remaining. And then I might have to upgrade, and I have a whole other scene to add, so I'm gonna upgrade. Is it gonna be worth it for one review video? Let's try hobbyist. 24 per person per month. Definitely going per month. I found a code online. It's probably going to be bullshit. And yep, invalid. There's absolutely nothing worse than coupon affiliates in my opinion. As an affiliate marketer, fuck these guys. Tried a bunch, no good. All right, I paid and I need to upload my next one. So I find this really annoying. You have to scroll through this entire timeline of text to get to a scene where then you can click add file. I don't see a way to just do it right from the timeline. Why not just have a way to just click upload file here? Okay, I've got all of them in there. What I want to do is just click ask Underlord for suggestions. All right, he's gonna give me specific suggestions for editing and styling. Okay, it came back with a lot of stuff. B-roll and stock footage. Insert relevant B-roll footage, like for example, the Facebook ads library, AI tools, coding. on-screen text and graphic, bullet point summaries for complex explanation. Is it asking me to do all of this, or is it going to do all this for me? Would you like to start by applying a layout pack, adding B-roll? I would think the first step I need to do is just remove all the fluff and filler words. If you can see this, edit. These are some AI tools that it just has right inside, just some examples. Edit for clarity, remove filler words, shorten word gaps, studio sound, create clips. Let's just try edit for clarity. Intensity, low, medium. Use AI speech reword and regenerate small parts of the script to improve flow. That sounds scary. Let's click submit. It's given me 361 suggestions, and I think I have to approve each one manually. Overall, I'm finding its suggestions to be decent. A lot of this stuff is definitely filler, so I'm good with it. All right, that was 360 something, so I'm going to click done. So next, I'm going to click shorten word gaps. Okay, shorten 58 word gaps. Now we're down to 53 minutes. There's a lot of really cool options here. So you could repurpose this content, create show notes, create a YouTube description, social posts. Overall, I'm happy so far. I would rather have a tool that would just delete all the gaps immediately. I found something I really like. In the timeline, what you can do is just highlight something that you don't like this phrase here. So if I play this now, all I have to do is highlight that and click backspace, delete. This is so cool. This is crazy. So that's crazy to me. I love that. So I think from a workflow perspective, I could see that being really interesting because instead of listening to the words and finding stuff to cut out, I can just scroll through this, find stuff that is fluff, filler, or useless, and delete it. You can't just add text in as far as I can tell. So I asked Underlord, is it possible for you to cut out 60% of the fluff? I want to emphasize in each scene, the experiment, the broad overview of the prompt, some scenes of it in action, the outcome, and the most important stuff. He's thinking. It's been a full minute, and Underlord is still thinking. Oh, wait a minute. He just got back to me, and he said, I've just condensed your script by cutting out about 60% of the fluff. I'm looking now at the timeline, and it's 27 minutes long. He says each scene is now sharply focused on the experiment you want to run, a broad overview of the prompt, scenes of the experiment in action, the outcome and the results, and the most important insights. All tangents, repeated explanations, meta commentary have been removed, so the narrative is much tighter and more direct. Visual enhancements next. That is huge for me, because I'm a big rambler. If I can have an AI that takes all these huge clips that I'm creating and does something like that, and the end output is still good, man, are you kidding me? So I'm just going to play some of this and see if it's good enough for YouTube still. Meanwhile, I think I did find a way to fix text. I'm a big fan of this process so far. It works with my workflow. I've recently discovered that I'm terrible at scripting videos and I'm better at just rambling through experiments. So if this can just come in later and clean up my whole process, big deal for me. I'm asking it to cut out another 20% of the video just to focus on filler, rambling filler stuff. It says it did it, but it doesn't look like it cut out 20%. I found a feature that I really love. If you just highlight a section that you want, let's say you want to turn this into a zoom, you could click change layout and then add the zoom feature. So now if I play, it zooms right in. This is cool. It'll zoom back out, and I think that's great. So now we get to the part where this starts to break down the workflow a little bit. After using all the AI tools, I'm going back through the actual script and finding a lot of stuff that needs to be manually fixed. I still like it though. Overall, the workflow is easy. I have a feeling this is going to be a huge mistake. So what I'm doing is asking Underlord to do some visuals for me. Keep it minimalistic, simple transitions, zoom in on important stuff. This is my branding palette, all my colors that I like to use for my dungeon theme. I've got a feeling that this is just going to butcher everything and it's going to be totally nuts, but let's see. So it's working right now and it's applying layouts and doing scene cuts hard to say. You can see it here live. It's actually creating cuts and scenes live, which if it can get this thing, it will be insane. It's added about 5 or 6 scenes. Applying layouts, I'm scared. I now have 23 scenes. Whoa. I now have hundreds of scenes. I'm really terrified of what the output is. Oh, shit. 250 scenes. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I asked it for minimalism. I don't think I'm gonna get it. That's 250 scenes in just 21 minutes. Every few seconds, it's gonna be doing some kind of crazy edit. I do really want to see if it's gonna get my branding colors correct, because that alone can be a game changer for a lot of people. Working with video editors, trying to get them to follow stuff like that is so hard, man. All right, looks like he's done. So, composition now features a clean, minimalistic visual style with the following enhancements: simple, smooth transitions, zoom in effects, minimalistic layouts, branding palette, applied, consistent, modern look. Let's see. I'm scared. All right, so I had an idea to look for low ticket offers in my industry, AI that solves real business problems for entrepreneurs and specifically people just like me. So what I want to do is try to get ChatGPT to access the Facebook ads library, where all my face is live active ads for advertisers across the world are shown. This is an amazing resource. You can find so many of your competitors' products. So what I've done is I've designed a prompt that includes an objective and the search criteria that I'm looking for. It includes the context and my target market in depth. Get people I want to target specifically, I think psychological drivers and motivations. I think the zoom effects are cool, but it would be a lot more effective if my camera, my headshot wasn't built right into the canvas that I'm filming with. It could remove that at the right time. All right, so final review. Very cool. Underlord needs some work, or you need to give it much better context in your prompting when you're asking him to do work for you. The fact that it gave me 260 scenes on 20 minutes worth of footage, and it's just every few seconds it's zooming in and out. Not a fan of that at all. But that's an operator problem. The human in the loop here, I think, is really critical. I think it works really well for my current workflow because I am doing a lot of long videos that need to be cut down. And getting in and manually doing them in tools like DaVinci Resolve is really time consuming. I'm at the stage where I just want to work with AI tools. I don't really want to hire editors. However, this requires a captain in the captain seat. You're still going to do a very manual process here. I think a good workflow to start with would be to remove filler phrases, remove silences, and then get in there and manually chop stuff one by one to create a smooth script. Because the problem that I see here is the problem that you get with a lot of AI tools, where it just starts to go off on its own and do a lot of random stuff. Otherwise, the pricing is not bad. I'd like the price. I think this tool is moving us in the direction of where I want to go with video editing. Video editing to me is a big pain point. In a year, this thing might be chef's kiss. Right now, you still need to be heavily involved. Hope you enjoyed. Remember that you can jump into our Discord and you can find all kinds of great resources, including tons of different automations, the JSON files for N8N. I just dropped a new one in here. For example, a fully automated Google Maps scraper. Just go below this video, comment Descript. I'll get you a link for Descript to try it out yourself. And if you want access to our Discord, just let me know. All right.